All right, let's have a look. Am I by myself? I can't see. I'm gonna have to check myself out for a second here. Somebody hit up the comments if they're with me today, and if they're not, that's okay. I'm a little early, and yeah, let me check. Yeah, okay. I see my banner come up that I am going live. Let's see if I got any guests. I don't see. Oh, what's that? Hey, Crimson Vader. Okay, cool. Roman. All right. So I guess it's working. Hey guys, let me just throw on my new favorite songs and talk about how y'all been. Kind of missed you guys a lot. And I got that his team. I gotta do a review on. So Shane, hey, what's going on, man? Good to see you on the chat. Thanks very much for showing up on a Sunday. And St. Patrick's Day. Jeez, I'm not even wearing green. You guys wearing green? I gotta see 3 of us here. So 1 and 3. 1 and 3? No one's wearing green. That's okay. Have a red dot day. Commercials. Hey, so yeah, today I'm just planning on kicking it live for a bit. I've got like I said, I've got a review I want to do on the Cobra Hiss Fire Team 788 that I picked up as soon as I got home yesterday from Toronto. Yeah, ZTBO. I'm having a huge Maniskin dive down right now, man. If you haven't listened to these guys, yeah, max relax, man. So yeah, I'll be doing a review on these. Now, yeah, I'm not unboxing them necessarily, but boom. We'll talk about that from head to toe on the 3 of them. Yeah, love that fire team. Yeah, man, that color scheme. It was the color scheme for me. I don't even care that I didn't have the Hiss tank. It's fine. Just that red black, the way it works in, it's like that transition between the blue and the red, right? Like the blue troopers and then your crimson guard, and here sits somewhere in between that 788 team. Sorry, man, I got to read the comments on the screen like as we go. But yeah, so that's awesome. Doesn't really show me who's in the chat right now. I gotta. Sorry, guys, I'm still ranked amateur at this right now, so I'm just gonna go join my own live stream right now. I guess arrogant as it is, yeah. I'll turn the music off because it distracts. So yeah, we're gonna do that. I'm gonna show you some other things I picked up that I thought were really cool. I wanted to show you guys some of these little hacks that I thought of doing. I just gotta find my own stream here, and then I'll get into the chat with you. Let's go my account. Yeah, 319. I'm up to 319 subscribers, guys. Thanks very much. I appreciate that. Let's go live. How come I can't see it? Nope, that's the advert. Oh well, maybe it'll show up in my scroll. But either way, I'll start. Just have to stare at the screen like this. So Crimson Vader, you got the 3 vamps are coming your way on Monday, man. Yeah, I gotta wait a little while, see if Hasbro puts them back up for order, and then I'll chomp on the bit and buy one. But I missed out on those pre-orders because I wasn't really absorbing that Hasbro Pulse actually did deliver to Canada despite not having an account for Canada as a country. So that was on my bad, right? So I mean, if I find a deal on a vamp at any point, of course I'm going to jump on it. And I do want to pay attention to the deal I did get with this 788 team. So yeah, I'm glad you guys are really liking that stuff. And yeah, that vamp does look sick, man. Sorry if it looks like I'm trying to show you guys if I brush my teeth or not. So Shane, yeah, man, missed you guys. I managed catching some of you guys on the chat on Aaron's live or Punk's live or whatever lives I was tuning into. It's just the time zone I was in when I was in London and then I was in Paris, right? You guys were just getting started for the evening. Maybe it was like 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock. Some of these 9 o'clock at best, and it was like 1 in the morning where I was. I just happened to be up, but I only had good hotel reception Wi-Fi when I was leaving for the day, and that was like 3-4 in the morning for you guys. So I wasn't able to chat much for you guys. Hey, Hush TV, thanks for showing up. You made it just in time. Yeah, I haven't got into the 788 Fire Team review. I wanted to talk about how I came across this because I was feeling bad for a little while there. I saw this on Facebook Garage Marketplace. Unfortunately, in Ottawa, and the guy I bought it from, he's fully agreeing with me because Ottawa's so restricted sometimes on getting back catalog stuff, or even running out of stuff, or not even receiving stuff. It gets hard to sometimes get a lot of other GI Joe classified stuff beyond the basics. So when I saw a 788 Fire Team up on Facebook on Marketplace, I paid attention to it, and then I noticed the guy had dropped the price down to something I thought was more than reasonable, and I actually felt bad that he dropped it because it was reasonable to start with. In Canadian dollars, what he was asking was fair, and I was surprised nobody snatched it up. And then when I saw a drop, I had to reach out to him, and I told him, "Listen, man, I'm about to take off to Paris here. Could you hold that for me?" And then he explained, "Yeah, I can absolutely do this." And I was like, he's going to get other offers. Surely somebody's going to sweep in. And, I didn't think much of it. And then he allowed me to put a down payment and everything. And I got to meet him the other day. I drove back from Toronto because we had spent the night there. And I got to meet Jay the other day. And I can't say enough about what a nice guy he was to talk to, and how amazing he was to do this solid for me, holding this at the price he did. And I've talked to him, and he and I understand that he's not going to have to deal with Facebook Marketplace as much if he keeps talking to me, because he's had some bad experiences, and I fully understood everything he was talking about. So let's go back to the chat. I got Turkish Murphy here today, chilling today. Thanks for showing up, Turkish Murphy. Hush DB, I saw you there. And Son of Crown Slayer, yeah, you missed out on the Vamp, but you also hit the pre-order on the Vanguard. Oh, nice. No hiss, big cash. Yeah. And that's how the hiss is one of those things that I don't know if it's like you guys, but I am not conditioned enough to, when I see a massive amount of Joe supply, that I do need to catch up on back catalog and figures. And man, are we about to get hammered here on this next wave release. Man, I'm getting everything all at once. And I don't know how my retailer is going to feel about me pasting that in, going, hey, I'll buy like 2 or 3 right now and then next week. But anyways, the His Tank just was this massive hit that I couldn't justify. I wouldn't be able to explain to my wife why I wanted that money selfishly for a toy tank, regardless of the attachment I had to this toy line, right? It was unsellable as a desire that it was, right? So, one day maybe I'll stumble across a really great deal or something like that, and maybe I'll be more conditioned of a person. But again, same story with the Dragonfly, which I wanted even more, right? But I go on, right? I'm sure you guys are sharing that story. All right, so what's going on, Bobby? Okay, let's see if I can do these things. Yeah, all right. I forgot to be doing this, guys. So Shane, just wish you didn't miss the Dragonfly. Yeah, exactly. And it's the same with me. I know I'm going to miss the Dragonfly. I'll probably miss the next HasLab after that. I just don't have that kind of entertainment budget for myself now that I'm retired, and still be able to call that even responsible. I'm not responsible with the budget I have. And I've told you guys that, right? Like, I overdo it, and I'm trying to work on that. So I'm not going to go out and spend $1,000 on a toy helicopter right now, and put any emphasis on that. So let's go Hush. Hey, so Hush, when I started my channel, I'm getting one off AliExpress, doing a live opening and writing it off as a business expense. Of course, yeah. Why wouldn't you? It's great. It gets great viewership. Anything like that gets good hits, guys. And like you see my channel, it's not big right now. Yeah, I haven't hit that 350 mark. I'm not overly worried about it. We'll get there when we get there, but it's what the content focus has to be, right? And with me, a lot of the content focus, unfortunately, is me running my mouth, right? And then I show you some stuff that I do where I might have a bit of talent, or I have a different perspective on stuff. But yes, absolutely, feature items are exactly what people want to see. And they want to see it presented from a different perspective, right? So I do like I am robbing myself by not doing the His Tank Dragonfly for sure. And I agree, like writing it off as a business express. And the His Tank, Dragonfly. Okay, so Bobby World's out here. Hey, Bobby, how you doing, buddy? Yeah. It's good to chat with you again. Like I said, I saw you on some of the chats there, and I was like, oh yeah, I wanted to say more than just hi and sit and chat with you guys, but I gave myself like 15-minute windows. But Bobby, the trip was in the military we call those a bag drive, where you go nonstop, morning till evening, constantly on the move. But it was a good kind of bag drive. The family really enjoyed. We went with some family friends of my wife and her child, and I wouldn't say I got along well with the stress of getting along with this particular child at times. But you guys know me; I'm crusty old crow for a reason. There's some old school intolerances I was having, and they were my problem. But I had a great time seeing the sights with them, enjoying some of the cuisine of the areas in London. Transit and Paris Transit is where I kind of got the shit kicked out of me, and then I kind of just lost interest after that. But I didn't find any toys whatsoever. No figures, no Action Force, no Balivers, no GIJoe, no nothing. All right. So guys are still talking about the yeah, Roman. Yeah, absolutely. Roman's here, buddy. Good to see you in the chat. And 60th anniversary soldier. So if I am to believe what I was told yesterday, like the pre-orders are on their way, guys. And I was used to 2 or 3 at a time, and then it'd be like maybe a couple months, and then 2, 3. Like that's with the pace of how pre-orders were coming, which made them very achievable, very affordable. When I was in France, I learned about the Techno Viper and Quick Kick are apparently about to show up on the shelf over here, and I said I would believe it when I see it. Bobby, I think you messaged me about it actually, and I read that because they said the same thing about Airborne. So when I got back to Toronto and had some time to look around the shops and talk there, nobody had ever heard of Airborne showing up there. I think unique stores in unique cities get wave releases, and like I was saying. I think it was Bobby in the email. I think I got lucky with my city being one of the ones that got junkyard really early, right? But I don't think I'll see as much early. Do I expect to see Techno Viper and Quick Kick this week? Probably, yeah. But if talking to Jay the other day, as he understands it, I'm going to see a floodgate open up, and I'm going to have to be like, oh my God, like I can only afford to do so many in a week, guys. And then I got to wait till the next week, right? So it's going to be weird. But I'm excited about it, guys. Retro line and all that other stuff. GameStop says 9 figures a week. Okay, Hush TV. Yeah, System at GameStop says 9 figures coming for. Yeah, here we go, Hush. So 9 figures coming at the first of the week. To be determined, right? So I said a long time ago I was expecting to get Metalhead for one, because he was in that same pre-order as my, and I'm actually surprised I've waited that long for Metalhead. And then I do think the 60th anniversary Diver and Soldier will come to us, and those are going to be big hits each time because I ordered 2 of the Soldier and 1 of the Diver. And if I pre-order something, I'm buying it, right? Like that's what it is. And I wanted 2 of the Soldier because there's just so much diversity to that guy. He has to be represented twice. That's all. And the rest of the stuff, I pre-ordered everything except Big Boa. And if I miss out on Big Boa, oh darn, I'll find him in the back catalog. But yeah, I haven't gotten Airborne yet. And so Turkish Murphy, you're going to refrain from buying a bit. You went crazy catching up, and that's it too, right? Like I've been doing the catch-up game since March of 2023, buying figures, and now I've gotten comfortable enough where it's like, yeah, okay, I accept some of the ones I'm not going to find at fair retail price. I've had guys like, Aaron the Toy Enhancer and Viper Island, and I know people don't like having their names mixed with these two, but wait till I'm get where I'm going. And it's Chad all calming me down about, do I go out and shell out $100 to $200 for a guy like Major Blood or Beachhead or whoever else was unobtainium for me at the time, right? So playing crazy catch up, I managed to pause for a bit, and now I'm focusing on getting the pre-orders out of my way that I committed myself to, and relaxing with this back catalog. Just have fun with playing with them, right? The HMS, sorry, just quickly there. Roman, you got Airborne. Yeah, we talked a while there. And you got Airborne and the 60th anniversary on top of the Vamp. Yeah, and it took a hit, right? Like they weren't cheap items, guys. These were the price hits you knew they were going to be, but no one wanted to talk about, right? It's those 60th anniversary soldiers are deluxe sets, right? And the guys want the troop build and they buy multiples. I had reasons for buying multiples for that exact reason too. It wasn't a troop build. It was just out of them. I had one there. I was like, you had to represent them twice. And yeah, I'm just trying to keep on top of it. And I buy this stuff so I can review it on the channel, have it in my collection. And then when I see clearance stuff, grab things so I can do contests, right? Like I'm going to do more contests beyond the 350 very soon because I start seeing some back catalog stuff that I'm able to get. So let's get into comments again. So Crimson Vader, yeah. I'm still looking for a good price on Serpentor, said everybody. Everybody, everywhere, ever. Yeah, Dr. Mindbender Serpentor, like, and I'm not trying to mock you. It's exactly what you're saying, Ben. It's scalpers' fees, right? We're paying scalpers' fees. And if you guys paid attention here, I'm gonna quickly move things along and give you some different angles of this room because I've changed things up a little bit. You might have noticed in the backdrop, I'm trying to work on giving my YouTube channel an actual Joe space that works. So we're working on that for a couple of days while I'm going to get back to doing the conversions. But I wanted to mention something with, pardon me while I dismiss myself, about what's been going on in GIJoe lately with these comics and this comic and stuff like that. All right, so we know the discussion is a tired discussion. Can I hit on it with you guys for a minute? Shane, you know, my next big guy is going to be Serpentor and Dr. Manbender. Hey guys, and I do see I've got well, does it say 10 in the chat? And that's great, guys. If you guys don't mind hitting that like, that'd be great. I appreciate all the support for the channel you could. But can I get one vote whether or not I can quickly bother you about this for a second before I get into my His Fire Team review? And it's not negative. I just, there's something about Major Blood that we're seeing in these series. And Bobby, I'll take that as confirmation that you have been enjoying this Energon universe so far. And so have I. I've talked a little bit of smack about the predictability about zombies and Robert Kirkman when you put them together at Skybound. But it's not cold smack. I'll talk cold smack about guys like Rob Liefield's art and what it did for me and things like that as a kid. But this Joe series is interesting. It is obviously, to me, it's beautiful in the symmetry we have now from, again, that classified nostalgia, right? Yeah. Shane, love that Blood got his eye patch. Yeah, okay, guys, I don't have Duke, but go read Duke's 1 through 3 or have somebody take you through it on YouTube. You know, Billy in Action's really good about that. He'll take you through the latest issues in a fun way and show you where it went. But yeah, Blood has some major revelations in the more recent issues of Duke, including, you know, some stuff, right, to make him more about his classified representation, and that's where this is going. These comics are painting the portrait of what G.I. Joe classified the figure line has shown them, right? So they're going to reflect each other, and that is exactly how this was done in the 80s, right? And we all remember it. It's not new. This is the exact symmetry. The only thing missing is a couple of Rugrats playing with classified on the lawn for a commercial between cartoons, right? But back in the 80s, that's exactly the strategy, right? So that's, to me, that I romanticize it, right? I'm like, good. So there's moments where Hasbro does pay attention to that formula, right? And that's why I get annoyed about why is such a cop-out on the movies? Why is such a cop-out on trying to do a good series? He-Man Revelations and all these new Netflix series are doing amazing things for He-Man right now. But you want to tie it all into Energon. Remember that cartoon? Oh, yeah. Okay. And put out audiobooks. Yeah, visually impaired. Oh, yeah, exactly. So Hush, I get it now. Hush is, I believe that's who got me this, right? Hush. And I forgot the YouTube name we were doing, right? So, yeah, that's another thing is there's so many medians this is going to expand into. So Classified and Hasbro really have a lot to capitalize on the popularity by doing those whatchamacallit, those homages to things like Transformers and other areas, right? So, and yeah, hey Hush, all right, good to see you. So Hush is the guy I got to hang out with yesterday. I went and met with him, and we closed out the loop, and we had that discussion. And man, he's going to be offline for a little while, healing up. And we all wish you the best of luck, Hush. I know it's like if you just, I think you did just join me recently. These guys know back not too long ago, I myself had a surgery, nowhere near what yours is, but yeah, it lamed me up, took me offline, and those guys were really supportive and cheered me up every time. So we're all here for you, buddy. Vader, a couple small vehicles that transition like the Ram or the All Striker. Yep. What can I say, buddy? When it comes to small vehicles, yeah, I'm all about that too. And All Strikers are going to be a hot topic one day. I'll tell you that right now. If you're looking at Vamps right now from Hasbro, anything that size, right, this comparison, they're going to go well. Okay. So before I do the Hitsfire team, because I am trying to keep it to an hour, guys, and let's see who's in the chat. We got 11 in the chat, guys, and I know some of you aren't speaking. You're just listening, and that's fine. Thanks for showing up. Hush, agreed. There you go. Okay, so Shane, right? Isn't that great that we can all meet up in the chat and kind of just realize we're way more in common than what we think sometimes. That's a fantastic thing. And you guys, thank you very much for that. And Hush, I am going to get to this beautiful set you sent me, but I want to give these guys a little bit of a hack for today. Troop building, cheap, background characters. Background characters can slip in, like the ones that Digital Diarrhea sent me that fit in so well with my Cobras. Thank you guys for everybody's support on doing these, but I'm talking about background characters right now. And you guys know I'm working on some background characters in the Wolverines, which was suggested to us by Grievance, right? And I can never thank them enough for that. But am I doing an amazing job with it? No, I'm having fun with it, right? And so I was thinking about troop building. I was thinking about some heads that Loki Wartooth had sent me, and how I could fit them in. Was I going to make a character around this? No, but it would look so cool in the background. Okay, but what body do you set? Do you put away in the background? And I'm going to show you my hack for this. I'm just going to get quickly caught up in the chat, and I'm sorry to move it along like that. Best community. Yes, it is the best community. Joe Bros for life. Absolutely. Okay, Roman missed out on Nightwave, Shockwave with Cycle. Oh man. Yeah, that was really fast. I found out about that in France, and I missed out while I was in that same hotel. Like it was like, what do you mean? Like I knew right away it was Shockwave. Everybody was like, oh, it's new Steel Core. No, it's not. It's Shockwave, clearly. But yeah, I came back. But thankfully, like I said, I have met people who go out of their way to help like-minded and people that are similarly interested. And I'm going to leave it at that because I hold no commitments to anybody when they ask. But it sounds like I might get a little bit of help on trying to acquire one of those for the channel and do a review on that. That would be exciting. But we'll see. It's so far down the line, guys. I mean, that's not just going to just drop on the shelf, is it? Did I miss that? Is it going to drop on the shelf? It was back on Pulse yesterday. Yeah, other guys missed out on it, like Crimson Vader, Walmart. Okay, yeah, but I mean, pre-order. How long until it releases? Are we looking at December? Yeah, I mean, just keep yourselves posted. But it is cool. I don't mind repainted Rams, and I don't mind another attempt at Shockwave because Shockwave he had potential for a few things and troop builders and whatever. I mean, you can't hate on them for trying to make money off of what some people want, right? Roman, you're going to keep looking out on that site. It's sold out. Yeah. I think you're going to have to deal with scalpers at some point, but probably not. I think you'll see another wave of pre-orders. I didn't hear anything about this being limited like they did with Tiger Force 2-pack of Tripwire Roadblock, right? And Night Force Vamp incoming, maybe. Yeah, I don't think we'll see that before the Cobra Stinger, but I mean, it's on that spectrum of absolutely possible, right? Could get all of them: Tiger Force, Night Force, Cobra, Dreadnought, all of them. Yeah, then Stinger's in the pipe for sure. Yeah, if you're going to do the MMS, you're going to tow it, right? Not everybody can buy a Hiss, but a lot more people could buy the Stinger. So, guys, that hack I was going to talk about. The dollar stores here in Canada, we call them Dollarama or Buck or Two or whatnot. For the last little while, they've started carrying some 6 to 7 inch scale figurines that nobody else has wanted in retail. Clearance couldn't even get them out right here. There we go. I'm going to just keep moving the chat up on the screen so you guys can see that I am trying to pay attention to it. But yeah, Ironman building, cutting. Yeah, the aftermarket for all of this. Keep that in mind, guys. I'm just not going to be that guy that jumps on here and goes, man, that doesn't impress me. I'm just going to wait for it to go on clearance and like screw that. That doesn't impress me. I'm like, you guys know me. I got to put it in my hands. I'll decide for myself if it was actually worth the hype. But I'm not going to throw an opinion based off of what I see out of a few pictures. Right? It's just that's not reasonable. It's not practical. Python Patrol was a clear example of that for me. I had to get Python Patrol in my hands to see stuff out of it. I have since moved on from Python Patrol, and I'm turning them into something that supports 788. But the point was, put it in my hand, have an opinion, right? Get educated on it. At least you have some hands-on experience. So that's just my way. Other people go about it differently, I guess. But clearance price for sure. It probably will hit that mark if they made a mistake. Now, I'm understanding that the market is opening up on these things a little bit. So, anyways, dollar store toys like Snake Eyes, which I can. I'm not going to do this to wage a war with somebody ever, but I looked on GIJoe Facebook Marketplace and I found somebody selling these at $20 a pop, and I was like, are you absolutely corrupt? You're here in Ottawa with me, and you know as well as I do, these are $4 to $5 at the dollar store, any Dollarama, right? And bear with me, guys, these are not quality GIJoe action figures, okay? This is their Snake Eyes, all right? And I showed this to you maybe last time. Sorry, they have these little banners on there. They're a cheap little 6-inch dollar store version of a Wish We Were Classified. But here is the Baroness one where I took the head off. And I had shown you that it has the key points of articulation and the right size scale to do a background troop build with these, right? So, and then there's one with Loki Wartooth's head that he printed for me. Sorry, I'm just going to tilt that light away. Right, so I find this is going to be a lot of background ninjas or maybe some Cobra troops, just background with alternate heads and just repainted, rekitted, doing things like that. But at $5 a pop. Now, is that enough for me to go out and buy a bunch of them just because it's a good deal on a very limited figure? No, not really. And sorry if I'm losing you. I've got to get that out of there so I can move on to the Hiss, right? What it was for me was ninja weapons. They have weapons, and some of them have come out of classified molds, clearly, right? Some haven't. Some are hokey. I'll give you an example of the hokey. Here's the hokey, a pair of Sai, which would have been normal Sai, just like what you would get with the blue or red ninjas. If not for the fact that they tried to give it an extra play function where it sucked in and, sorry, I'm trying to get the camera, and attached to something, right? And that, that took away from it. So I could trim them down and make better Sai out of them. Easy, right? Not bad for $450, but that's not the only stuff. They get extra katanas that aren't actually half bad katanas with sheaths. Cool. A 3-sectional, oh God, I'm terrible with the camera. Sectional fighting staff. Cool. And this is just with 2 Snake Eyes. I got these. A pair of Kama, which you guys know I wanted for my nunchuck. Cool. A pair of fighting knives, which, I mean, there's the Snake Eyes that comes with them, but I mean, there you go. And I go on, and I haven't even gotten to the Storm Shadow ones, right? But they're there. So just little background hacks of things to have in the backgrounds that you'll see. I'm not going to put a whole lot of love into them, but they'll They'll be fun. Because it's just an affordable thing if you're having fun with them, right? So yeah, I mean they're articulate enough, guys. What's missing out of them, really? They don't have a good articulate neck or head, but I'm going to be replacing that anyways with one of Loki's prints and a bit of sticky tack. I can put it in any position I want. They do have a neck post, and they don't have any waist bend. They have hip bend. Oop, and I popped my leg off just like that. Nice. Good thing I didn't pay $40 for that. But the arm and swivel and all these other things, it's all workable. Yeah, so Turkish Murphy. Yeah, I mean, like, it's a good enough grab. I'm not going to buy like hundreds of them, but having like 3 or 4 or 5 in the background costing me nothing. But getting those extra weapons, I think, was the big thing. All right, I am going to move us, guys, to the other part of my workshop today to do this review, because it's time to give Hush the credit he is due for giving me such a great deal. So I opened this up today to do this real special little setup for you here, Hush. We're going to do this. I just got to get the camera down, and we're going to quickly do that, guys. I'll get back to the chat. And we're going to talk about this amazing 788 fire team that he sold to me so kindly. That's such a fair deal. Okay, I got all that. Let me grab my coffee. Bear with me, gents. And the kit box. I should have had hold music. I forgot to. I didn't buy the rights to any good hold music, guys. All right, we'll get that last part is the Lazy Susan I used to turn you guys around so I could talk to you. All right, how bad of a fail was that? Was I prepared for that? Not really. Okay, let's get caught up in the chat, and then we're gonna have a look at these boys. Okay, so let's go back to Crimson Spray Paint, Red and Blue, make Cobra Ninjas. Yep, you're right in my mind, man. Cobra Ninjas for sure. Or my Black Oni that I've been talking about with Loki Wartooth that I'm bringing into my game because of the end state stuff. Did a lot of work on end state stuff, drawings and things like that. Well, I'll talk about that later. Let's just put your extra Punisher hand copy. Yeah, I love reading these conversion exchange ideas. True, building a Valkyrie troop. Yeah, and so also I've been getting a lot of emails from you guys. I'm gonna go grab my tablet. Showing me your work, which I really do appreciate. And so I was thinking about how I'm going to do it, and I'm going to do it playing a little bit of a tribute to you guys and work on doing some video shorts that's sharing you guys' work with me. And those of you who have sent me intellectual concepts, I'm not ignoring you by not sharing photos of what you've written me. I'm actually thinking about how to draw it, and then I wouldn't mind drawing it, things like that. So Cobra Troops, yeah. Yeah, okay, just getting caught up. Cobra Coil, yeah. So the guy who I got my Scarlet from there a while ago, he was selling off his odds and sods, and I almost bought a third Cobra Coil, just the bike, for $10, and I kind of wish I had, because I would have liked to have a trio of them rolling together. Maybe one's got a unique marking or something, because I kind of did put Delta 1, Delta 2 on them. But yeah, just the cycle. But yeah, and I don't need more Baronesses. I barely need. I didn't know what to do with the second one I had. It was, the repeat. But Cobra Coil Riders weren't glorious standing in the collection, right? Oh, so hey, Kiwi J1 Customs and Collection. Hey man, welcome to the chat. Thanks very much for showing up. I appreciate. Yeah, everybody showing up. So we're gonna do a review on the Cobra Hiss 780. We're going to do it live-ish in that I already unboxed this. And I picked this up from Hush, who's there in the chat the other day, visited. And there we have the box. It is number 110 in the series. Clearly one that I was missing. And now I am not. And guys, I finally have a Range Viper in my collection. Lord love you, I couldn't get one of those to save my life out here. So we just move that up there. Everybody,
Awesome. We're all glad to have everybody here. Cool. And if you're watching this after the chat, sorry, or after the live and you're just getting caught up watching it in the background, sorry you couldn't make it to the live. I know I don't give a lot of notice, but I'm back. So there's the box. I don't want the focus to be entirely on the box. At this point, we are all familiar. This box was awesome. It really catches the eye with the reds. I'm big on that red black now. I am sold. Like, I am repainting my Python Patrol to match this theme. That was why I busted them down. Yeah, they were good figures, but they're Cobra Troop Builders, and I want the red and black, and I want my blue, right? So I have my Crimson Guard, I have this, and I have my OG blue that Aaron the Toy Enhancer hooked me up with at the very beginning of things, right? Yeah. Okay, and that, yeah, Shane, that range, I can't find a range Viper either, eh? Yeah, it's even Walmart, when things were available, like Wolf Spider and whatnot, I couldn't find that range Viper at all. It was always sold out. It's like somebody saw Troop Built, I'll buy all of them. Anyway, these figures, these fantastic figures that I've taken out, they come packed like this, and already I'm happy about that, because rather than give me a bunch of nonsense straps, I was able to get at these little straps for the waist and arms, but they just slide the feet in there. They didn't give you two more lame straps to cut off, so they came out really easy. Look at that. Look at the tribute I'm paying to the box, guys. It's just like a real review. Okay, so we got the figures. I'll do a quick pass on those, and then I'll put them on the stands, and we'll open up these ammos, but I'm just getting that done. So we have a Cobra Trooper and a Cobra Officer. And as soon as I put the box away, I don't know which one's which. Jesus, I'm a fool. Right? So the Cobra Trooper and the Cobra Officer for the 788. And already, hey, Kiwi, thanks very much. I'll get to that. That red and black range Viper is incredible. Looks scarier than the blue one. I don't know. The red just seems very serious, eh? And hey, Kiwi, yeah, thanks so much, guys. Kiwi J1 Customs, appreciate it when you guys jump on like that. I like doing that to you guys too. It's like, hey, man, just appreciate that. But right away, because I was doing the Python Patrol conversions, and maybe I hadn't gotten to painting the boots yet, I noticed that they do reuse maybe some Python Patrol grays in some of this, and some of the masks were already. So really, it's just new torsos and legs, right? Another pack just for that range Viper. Yeah. I mean, if you can get a good deal like the way you want to, then, and you're comfortable, these are fantastic troop builders. It's just like I said, there's so much else coming in the line. I was just really happy with the price that Hush was going. I was surprised that he had that out there as long as he did before me and him talked, because I was shocked there was not more people jumping on that, because the only way to get it out here in Ottawa is to order it in. Shipping and handling, taxes, all that other crap. Yeah, thank you everybody for not noticing Hush's sale. So yeah, we got these guys too, and so like I said, they are the troop reprints, but look at that vest. Like this vest, this load bearing vest is what I really appreciate. I'm going to do a head to toe on these after I get to the stand, right? And then there's that range Viper you guys are talking about and you're buzzing about, and I'm with you. The black mask, the red eyes, and then the red and black, it all works out, right? It's pretty freaking cool. I do say so myself, but I didn't. Again, I wouldn't have objected against any range Viper had I been able to find it. But Shane, you finally got a Vipers thanks to Aaron, right? Man, does he ever hook people up well, eh? Between his prizes and his generous nature. Yeah, I mean, great guy. Me and him we're scratching each other's backs, because I don't know if we know how to stop sometimes. We see deals for each other. We're like, I can help that. I can help that. He's definitely helped me way more, though. I know that. And he's been sending something. We're gonna do a toy enhancer opening at some point, guys. He sent something off. I think I know it's in there, but we're gonna open it. I should have done that when he sent me the. When he sent me the Cobra Troopers, I was just so excited. It never happened before, right? So, Turkish Murphy, you need a 3-pack of these as well. Yeah, like I said, I was very fortunate to get my hands on this, and I'm happy. I'm content. I'm going to troop build off this. Let me get that post on there, and then we're going to just move the camera and talk. But the problem is I got to be able to pay attention to the chat too, right? So maybe I'll put a pedestal under them. But we're going to open up the box and do things. It won't be a real formal review, guys. Maybe I should just do a informal review. I think that's probably going to work better for us to talk, right? Because I have other things I want to talk about with you. So let's see. Aaron's greatest. Joe Brothers, Turkish Murphy. I got something I'm going to send there when I get on one of my. Yeah, right on, boys. Yeah, definitely send Aaron all that love, man. Like what he just. I'm not saying send him your projects. You know, that's going to get overloading for him. Definitely bounce ideas off him. I find him a wealth of knowledge to draw on sometimes, get his perspective on things. We show each other shit that we know each other will enjoy. And yeah, one of my first real YouTube friends out here. And definitely, you know, he has been stalwart and steadfast the whole way, guys. And I can't sing. And that can be said about a lot of you guys. I'll say that, man. Let's see. I always thought they were monsters. I didn't see it. Yeah, with the range viper, I didn't understand that mask. The brain. I was like, okay, so what makes him so dangerous? Because I'm going to shoot his brain. Then if it's a zombie rule here, his brain's exposed. I'm shooting. And Roman, yeah, I think I will have to do a tactical perspective video on this. We'll just treat this as an opening and exploring, and I'll tell you my impressions. But I don't think my impressions are any different than anybody else who spoke to this. But on record, I'll make a quick video about it. Quick and by standard, right? So just an hour and a half. Yeah. So yeah, but that range viper always confused me. So when you unpack, what the frig, it's got a tail. Yeah, it'll do that. There we go. So I guess that goes with the range viper. Hopefully, I'm thinking we'll figure all that out. But what an amazing thing, right? So the head to toe on these, like I said, that helmet is what we're talking about. I don't understand the lore, but I do watch JLS comics. I'm just not sure out of everything I saw him, if they ever, I must have been doing something with my hands because I didn't catch the explanation as to the relevance of a brain helmet. If it was just there to intimidate or scare. But yeah, he comes with the kit's all assorted, so I'm just gonna lay it all out and then I'll show you what it all came with and things like that. But I was gonna tell you guys while I was doing this, plans for the channel coming, okay? So I am going to obviously jump on these releases as I get them. I do have more conversions. I'm finishing up my Blizzard. I've got more Wolverines on there. I've got a shelf video I got to do because I got to get displays. But I've also got to start getting some shorts out there. I'm trying to play with my algorithm to do it more successfully so the channel can grow a little bit better. And I can be a little bit more palatable to all of this stuff, right? It's mine. Rocket backpack doesn't stay on very well. Thanks for the heads up. All right. So you're going to see more, you know, like a weekly live. You're going to see daily content where I'm doing conversions. But I'm going to add something to the 350 contest. I'll just quickly talk about there. The art thing. I did some little hawk drawings at the beginning of this, thinking maybe that would be worthy. And I wasn't satisfied with them. I didn't like how some of them were turning out. It wasn't a reflection. I was restricting my space. But I will say that for whoever wins the contest, and if you don't know how to enter that 350 contest, look through my video library where I'm sitting and holding this sign up. That is the entry video. You have to read up, know how to enter. And essentially what it is I mean, I get some parts from Loki Wartooth, my 3D print guy. And I talk to you through Messenger, Gmail, whatever, phone, text, carrier pigeon. We find you a figure. I can find you here in Ottawa, and you win that figure. And then I also build a conversion for you on something else based on the entry you used, right, to get into the contest. And for the arts part, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say you're going to get your own write up about the character and some art based on your character and things like that that I did for you while I was contemplating how to build it and things like that. So everything artistically relevant to that character that I pour into it with my two hands you're getting, and we'll go from there because I had to clarify that. So you see me laying out the kit. Let's have a look again at this guy. So I think this is the trooper because I think he's the one carrying the whatchamacallit, the bazooka, the 84 millimeter, as I like to call it, Carl G. But yeah, I mean, everybody's got their, yeah, that's him there. That's just a lot of red. Like I said, man, it folds in well with the Crimson Guard. I'm gonna have to pose them together and do some photo work like that. Let's get caught up in the chats. Shane, hi, I picked up that Hawkeye figure discount from Pulse. Yeah, cool. Hawkeye, like Shane, are you talking about Marvel Legends Hawkeye? And are you talking about Kate Bishop or are you Clint Barton? Or are you talking about Hawk from Classified? Fix the backpack problem. Okay. I'm prepared to do all things. You know, I'm not afraid to take a Dremel to a thing or two. I'm first going to wait and see if it's required. Maybe I have a luckier mold for my backpack than you did there, Jumper. I hope that's the case. And then another, okay, so I got this guy on the stand, and after a bit I'll get creative with some camera work for you guys and show you around a little bit there. What else was laying around here that I wanted to talk about with that? That's one bag. God, I gotta move things along. Yeah, so with the contests and things like that, like I don't know, with the live, Aaron and I were talking about maybe doing some trivia sometime. Maybe once a month I'll do a trivia and we'll do that. And maybe then I'll be able to get some prizes in there as well. I just kind of got to rebuild from the last year, and then we'll go. There's that bazooka. But Clint with the Sky Cycle. Okay, thanks. That's cool. You got that on sale from Pulse, right? That's awesome, man. Yeah, I'm not adverse to ordering from Pulse again. I'm going to order my tripwire from them soon, I think, and things like that. But I am trying to get things on the go with Loki Wartooth more as well to try and keep conversions going. And I know I've been asked to show this guy more in the background. This guy is always lurking. You know, this is the Loki product. Loki's, cool as F by my call. I call it my end state Cobra Commander, but there we go. But I want to start doing more videos and things like that, and quick and dirty backgrounds, daily painting, daily discussion, things like that. That's what we're going to be going with there. I'm just opening up this last part. But yeah, sorry. I have to get back to over there for a second and grab something, my note, and find out what the other part was I was going to talk about. I believe that's going with range viper things. Sorry, guys, I'm not getting uncomfortable. I realized I did something stupid and I left my sequence and my clock. I don't know how far into this video I've gotten, so let me grab my sequence. There we go. There we go. So, now I didn't know these. Okay, I wasn't paying attention enough. Maybe these are also the range viper stuff. But hey, Aaron, you're there, buddy. How you doing? These also are part of that. I have to look at the back of the box. That seems to come with it comes with the range viper. And I'm just laying all the kit out in the splash. Aaron, do you get you caught up? Hush is in the chat. Hush is the gentleman who gave me such a great opportunity to pick up his fire team. And while I advertise this as a review, it's more just an opening and discussion about this thing. First impressions, and then I'll do another one. But yeah, so I've been talking about what else is going to come to the chat, and I've been giving you the usual jib, jab, jib. Guys, Joe Fest. I think I'm going to take a trip down to Atlanta, to Joe Fest this summer. And get the hotel and enjoy the weekend there and participate. So I've been talking to the missus about it. We're going to figure out if it works into this year's schedule. I think it probably could, but it would be me going stag. I know my wife would want to come with me for that, and so it's not her bag, but trying to think about which character I'm going to come as. I'm leaning towards Snow Job or Flint, but Let's see. Bobby World 788 came with a couple extra pieces and a backpack on the holster, no ball. Yeah, I mean, on a kit this big, when you think about how they do all their molds and stuff like that, it kind of gets me that they have as many mix-ups and inexplicable additions to that they tell you, well, you have to just don't worry about it. You got an extra gun out of it. It's because they, you know, they repeated a Valkyrie mold to give to another troop, or Valkyrie mold to give to Snow Serpent, and so suddenly somebody's got a pistol or a knife that has nowhere to be put, and it's because of these mold redistributions. And then they nitpick us about, well, you don't know how much it costs. I'm like, well, don't waste, repurpose that, get into those screws, save those parts. Joe Fest, yeah, Aaron, you said you were just a short little hike away, 3 hours. I mean, I'm sure the crow could hitchhike his way out there and not get rubed. Of course, I'd be up for a visit, buddy. The entire reason I'd be coming down for Joe Fest is, one, I've never been to one of these things ever. I didn't even go to a Comic-Con, and I was a big comic fan, right? And now that I'm 50, I got like this bucket list of, I should have done this, should have done that. And I've always admired all that stuff. So I was like, why? I'm retired. Go enjoy your life. Don't be afraid to go traveling down to Georgia and feel like you're being selfish for taking a weekend to yourself, and go and enjoy this. So in the way for once we're all decompressed from the vacation here, we're going to sit down, work it in. And if it wasn't this year, it was going to be next year, but I think it's probably going to be this year. Hey, buddy. You guys honor me with your faith in me and your support, so I appreciate that. Hey, I'm gonna quickly do what I should have done here. So yeah, I mean, already first impressions is clearly I did get one warped grenade launcher that is just in need of a blow dryer or a soaking. That's not disappointing at all. The rest of the weapons, whoa, Jesus. Okay, you guys okay? I'm so sorry. You guys okay? Anybody got like a seizure going on now because the screen did that to them? Clearly, my camera mount blows. Let's get back up here. Never get out there a lot. Never get out there in line. Yeah. Shane, are you saying I'll never get out of a land on alive? Oh no. It'll be hot. Boys, heat's the one I like, right? I'm not a big fan of the cold. Really don't like it up here. I acclimatized to Afghanistan after I farted getting on the plane. I was at home, so it's all good. And Augusta, yeah, I think you're right. I think it's Augusta. Yeah, okay. And that's what I think I read on the site there. Tickets they're up. It's the convention exclusive figure ticket sets that they were advertising. I was looking at those when I was in France, and they were sold out right away. Yeah. No way was I going to get in on a pre-order on any, whatever the next Chuckles is going to be, which I'd be worried is going to be Nemesis Enforcer. So I don't feel like I'd be missing out. That's just my opinion. I like this comment, guys. Shane, I'm not allowed at Aaron's because I'd bring an empty suitcase. Yeah. Yeah. You know what? I watched Aaron's, his video on his toy room the other day, and it was incredible. But look, I gotta get these guys, just quickly show these out, because Hush, I am going to send you the link to a Tactical Perspective full-on toy review where I do the actual honor this. I realize an unboxing is about as far as I can go live and juggle the chat and stay fresh and honor you guys. But we're gonna see a Tactical Perspective on that later today. I'll get that out, but I wanted to show you just how much kit, without dropping my phone here again, this thing comes with, and all those blast effects. And I am going to do up that write-up setup, send that off to all, like the proper perspective video and everything like that. But I wanted to draw attention to Jay for a second, because Jay is a lot like all of us guys. People have taken advantage of Jay because he had a generous nature, and it really pisses me off to have heard, the ways, just simple stuff like it's people standing you up when they arrange to meet you and buy something from you, and then they don't even have the courtesy to give you any warning, change their plans, and then treat you like an afterthought. And they don't realize that some of these people have to go really out of their way to do what you're taking for granted. And when I saw that, it just really appreciated that he had even more faith in me than he should have when I was asking him to hold this. So definitely making a big deal about this set on the tactical perspective. I'll give you the proper video on that, but just expect that you're going to hear me bringing up his name again, because I do know that he has other classified stuff that I am interested in, and we've talked, but I'm going to be patient because he's just going to need some time for a little while. He's going to be absent from the channel for a little bit. So let's get caught up here in the chat. I showed my wife Erin's bedroom and she gave me the side eye. Yeah, right. The problem besides money, I'm blind left eye. And Vader, you're in the same kind of boat as a couple of guys. Some people can't for health, and I get that, right? You can't do it for health. I get that. I just spent my entire week apparently with quite the scowl on my face because my arthritis in my knees was affecting me a lot. I was really uncomfortable, and I was trying to keep pace for longer than I wanted to, longer than I should have. And I didn't hide my pain very well, but it was taken as a lot of other things than just pain. And I kind of regret that. And I know what it's like to travel with those kind of discomforts. And yeah, it's not just the physical pain. It's having to be aware of how you look when you're in pain, right? Do you want to be public with that kind of stuff? I get that. And that's just talking from a guy who limps a little bit from time to time. Other people have other things that they have every personal right to feel like, no, I don't want to bring that out today, and deal with people and deal with travel. Travel alone is a pain in the ass. Maybe someday, right? Yeah, exactly. So yeah, sorry to sidebar on that, guys, but yeah, that kind of stuff ticks me off to see people get manipulated that way. And I felt bad taking off to Europe midway through talking this deal with them, because I was also trying to make sure that I finished off another conversation with somebody else who I owed credit to, and so it made me feel bad. But yeah, this was an amazing set. I just wanted to talk more about him. So Joe Fest, guys, I'm tossing around costume things like that. Erin, I'm definitely going to be bouncing ideas off you. We are coming up on the hour, guys. I was just gonna ask, did anybody have any other questions before that? And I appreciate all of you guys that stopped by here, and that if you hit the like or whatnot. Sorry, it's not a longer video, more formulated, but I just got back and I was kind of more just eager to catch up with it. Get back into the swing of it after a week off, you know what I mean? Remsen, you're in Port Orange. Yeah, so yeah, the locations, and are you close to an airport? Are you close to means of getting there? Things like that. I have to think about all that too. Yeah, thanks, Aaron, and thank you, Hush, for this, for this great opportunity. I'll make sure we get that tactical perspective out there on that. And I'm going to show you guys how it folds in with other things with the photos there. And yeah, I mean, Joe Fest, you'll see me there. If I don't dress up, but I'll have the hat. Maybe I'll carry around a chrome. Maybe I'll have a live chrome to kick me out. I don't know. But yeah, one of the biggest things is, at least in the States, I don't know what's Georgia's cannabis rule, because one of the things I had a real hard time with, guys, was no cannabis in London or in Paris, and I needed that to regulate some anxiety so I was having at the time. So I wound up smoking cigarettes more than I wanted to. But guys, I don't drink either, right? So I can't sit there. You want to have a beer with me, I'll absolutely sit down and watch you drink that beer. And I won't worry about it and won't feel nothing about it. Just understand I don't drink. But I really want to hang out with you guys too. So I hope to see you guys there. Really quick, thank you again for everybody that, allowed me to get to this point. So far, we're at 300. We're going to hit 350 soon. I know that. It's just a matter of time and me pulling my head out the ass and getting back to projects, which I'm going to do. So I'm going to just go there. $50 fine in Atlanta for cannabis. Okay, so thank you for letting me know that. So I take suppositories. No? What's the solution there? No. I can go a few days without. If I want a week without, I can go a few days without. And Yeah, just meet up with more like-minded people, right? And that's just it, guys. But what I'm also trying to do, guys, just to close it out, is you're gonna see me trying to go about my way of trying to talk to people and interact with everybody, because I think there's a place for all of us, right? But also, I'm having a lot of fun with this. I just don't know really what I'm doing, but I'm having fun doing it. So leaps and bounds, test the waters, keep doing shit like that, and watch for more toy reviews real soon. All right. Okay. I am going to say that 59:40. I'm going to save the last 20 seconds and say goodbye to Turkish Murphy, Aaron, Skullfrog, Shane, Bobby, Crimson, all you guys. Thanks so much for showing up. And I hope you guys have a great St. Patrick's Day, and we'll see you very soon. Hush. Thank you again. We'll see you again, my friend. Heal well.